You ready to take control of your future? All In CDO Training is more than just a driving school. We're your partner in achieving financial independence. Overcoming test anxiety? Struggling with self-doubt? We're here to help. Our expert instructors provide personalized support to guide you through the entire process. With flexible hours and online courses, we'll get you behind the wheel in as little as 3 months. It's time to turn your passion into a rewarding career. All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving.
Cannon Nation Boxing Gym in Santa Fe Springs, California offers training for pros, amateurs, and weekend warriors. Ran by current WBC boxer Brandon Cannon Adams and pro trainer, the People's Coach, Coach Cam Manalo. They offer adult and kids training and classes for all ages. Cannon Nation Boxing is in the corner for anyone who wants to learn the sweet science of boxing as a career or personal goals. Go to cannonnationboxing.com for more info.
Dominate every matchup, period. This should be the mindset of every competitor in both team and individual sports and in life. Each day we wake up, regardless of the task, regardless of what we're facing, we gotta decide whether we're gonna dominate or be dominated, period. There is no in between. We believe whoever wears our gear embodies that DEM mindset. Dominate every matchup, period. The question is, which side will you be on?
He ain't never slumber, never put him to the test. He be reigning king forever, resurrected after death. All praise to God, brother, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, all praise to the one.
Yes, sir.
Test 1, 2 in the building. AC Sports Live in full effect on this 18th day of February. Say it right. February 18th, Tuesday night. Full show for you tonight. Super excited. We got our main man, Smooth. Aaron Whitehurst is our guest tonight on the AC Sports Live show. Can't wait to have him on. And as usual, our topics, man. NBA All-Star Weekend. Throw the whole thing away. They need to revamp the entire thing. As I mentioned, boxing. Last week, I was in the house at the Commerce Casino and saw one of my buddies get in the ring for the very first time. Aaron Smooth Whitehurst II will be on the show. My 2 cents, can we give Jalen Hurts his flowers as a clutch quarterback? The MJ1 ban. The Justin Tucker allegations, amongst other things. I have a few things to say about the reversed DEI topic. My tender love report, as we look at a dunk contest that was not star-studded, and a little video of Carl Anthony Towns, aka Cat, being super tender. And then I have a quick moment of Coach Cobb's Corner. I'm going to describe some sports dad utopia. Tonight's show is brought to us by All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. Get your Class A, Class B, and endorsements. 909-708-4861. Go to www.allincdltraining.com. Show is also brought to us by the Don and Carol Norford dedication ceremony. And we're in partnership with them Reminder that this is coming up in less than 2 weeks. Friday, 7 p.m. at Long Beach Unified Bar and Lounge. It's the return of the Hutch. Meet and greet all the legends, all the alumni coming out to get ready for Saturday's naming of the track and field to our beloved Coach Don Norford, along with his wife Carol, who passed on. And we want to make this event very festive, very family reunion style. Come out Saturday, March 1st at 11 a.m. at Long Beach Poly Track. This is a free event. And then that evening, we have a cocktail party gala at Altar, downtown Long Beach. Tickets are available right now. Check the Facebook page for the Don and Carol Norford celebration Facebook page. All right. Rubio's in here. Showtime. LaDon James Williams is in here. Good evening. Good people. All right, man. So the NBA All-Star Weekend. I think it's time for us to really look at this and think about it. Like, how can we make the All-Star Weekend better? I mean, the skills competition is bogus. They got loopholes, and Chris Paul and Wembanyama getting disqualified for finding a loophole in the rules. And we got Tyler Hero won the three-point contest, and Mac McClung won the dunk contest. Two white guys during Black History Month. Make that make sense. Look at this, man. Look at the three-point contest was Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Cam Johnson, Damian Lillard, and Norman Powell. Damian Lillard, biggest name in the group. Tyler Hero wins the whole thing. Good for him. But we never see Tyler Hero play on television. So, missed opportunity. And it, can he become a superstar? Maybe. Now that the Heat don't have Jimmy Butler, maybe he could become a household name. We know Tyler Hero can hoop. But it's a blah. You almost have to have the mega stars. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Dame Lillard, Buddy Hield. Those are the top shooters in the league. Tyler Hero won. And the dunk contest, oh my goodness. Matas Bazulis, who was that? Stephon Castle from UConn. I have not yet seen him play a game for the Spurs, but he plays for the Spurs. The Spurs are never on TV. Andre Jackson Jr., another UConn Husky. I like these players. They're winners. They won a championship at UConn, but they're in the dunk contest. And thank the good Lord for Mac McClung. If he didn't participate in the dunk contest, we would have saw 15 misses. Now, Stephon Castle did pretty well. He had a couple of pretty sweet dunks. But I don't know, man. It takes a bunch of gimmicks. The young man jumped over a Kia 5 off 2 feet and cocked it below and reversed it. I mean, it was a sweet dunk. But of course he missed it once, and then he had to do it again. He had all 50s. The kid can dunk. But you can't even recognize him in a crowd of people. So what can the NBA do about the All-Star Weekend? LaDon said these ninjas don't really care about the All-Star Weekend anymore, and they're making so much money that them little bonuses they get for winning doesn't matter to them. How can you get guys who have everything they want in life to want something? It comes back to competitive nature. Chevy and Nasty in here, the ride. What's up, brothers? And it comes on right after the AC Sports Live is the ride with Chevy and Nasty on YouTube. Check them out. two Canadian football players had a cup of coffee in the NFL, but they're Canadian football players, big and tough and mean, eating nasty food in Canada. I think what Kyrie did after the game, Kyrie took the trophy to the opposite team's locker room. I mean, they even changed the format to 4 teams playing 40-point Elam style scoring, where the first team to 40 wins. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not even going to be fun for the first time All-Star players, because they can't break a record. They're going to score 5 or 6 points like a pickup game. So go back to regular basketball, go back to East versus West, or go European versus American. That might be the best bet. European versus American, and then you might be able to do the same thing that WWF used to do, is get America all riled up about foreigners. That works in this country. Racism sells more than sex now. We got Giannis and Joker. You would probably get Kyrie because he would play for Australia. A lot of guys from Canada. Then you got the American players, Brunson and Tatum and Brown. But would guys play with passion? How do you reignite passion in a generation that is all friendly? Everyone's buddy. Everyone's cool with each other. That's why we miss Kobe Bryant, man. Kobe Bryant was trying to get the MVP. Allen Iverson was trying to get the MVP. I think Wembanyama was trying to get the MVP. He was playing kind of hard for a second. You guys are eating poutine? Oh, man. Rubio, how was that poutine? Terrible. USA versus International is probably best. They can give it a shot, but Joker's not going to play hard. He already told this game means nothing to me. The championship really means something to Joker. Joker wants to go home and breed his horses and cultivate his land like the gladiator. He doesn't care too much about this stuff, man. And that's the problem. The competition is gone. Nobody cares. LeBron James backed out of playing in the 9th hour, blocking the opportunity for someone else to make the team and play. Well, in this format, it didn't even matter because the players only played the equivalent of 1 quarter. I see why LeBron backed out. Why subject myself to pickup basketball when I'm LeBron James? This is not real basketball. For once, I agree with Draymond Green that this is terrible. You got rookies on the Rising Stars playing on Sunday on the main court. They're not all-stars. They're rookies and second-year players. Joker just wants his money and to go back overseas. That's what it is. He's found a way to play the game in a very smart way, at a high clip, and be efficient. But why would I go out here and hurt myself? Whereas Wembanyama pregame is reading books, going hard, running full speed. This is his first one, man. They robbed Wembanyama of his first one being a real game. Nobody else took the game seriously. Curry jacking up half-court shots. Full-on half-court shots. Like, what coach is going to let a player take a half-court, not logo, half-court? Of course, he knocks one down. But if you play basketball at any level and you jacked up a shot from half-court, you better make it. Or you sit in that bench. You're going to be on that bench the rest of the game and think about what you did. It's a different day, man. It really is. Again, they got to try something to make the guys more competitive. I don't think they can unless they start some stuff. Kyrie taking the trophy to the opposing team's locker room and saying, how y'all feeling? Kind of like Prince in Purple Rain. When Morris Day walked down the hallway, and the time was with him, and they kind of like cracked on Prince, and it was kind of messed up because Prince's dad just shot himself in the head, and he's in the hospital, and Prince is in the dressing room feeling some kind of way, and he said, "How's the family?" and then he thought about it, and he was like, "Ah, that was messed up. I shouldn't have did that." And he just sparked something in Prince, and Prince went out there and sang "Purple Rain." We got to do something. The WNBA figured it out. How do we get the WNBA to be watchable? We have to make some stars. We have to create some rivalries. What can we do? So, one thing they can do in the dunk contest is encourage stars to participate in the dunk contest. Now, this is the dunk contest we want. The dunk contest we want: John Morant, Ant-Man, Zion Williamson, and Mac McClung. I think that's box office. If we can get these guys somehow to jump in the dunk contest, we got action. What's going to keep us from getting that is LeBron's 2010 promise that he never kept. Take a look.
2010
That's right.
in Dallas Stadium.
That's right.
Primarily, I put my name in the dunk contest.
All right, fans, you heard it
That's
from
right.
LeBron James.
That's
and the
right.
winner tonight square off in Dallas for the
That's
slam
right.
dunk competition.
He has arrived.
LeBron, are you going to compete next year?
Right now, I'm preliminary putting my name in the 2010 dunk
that's
contest.
right.
All right, so 15 years ago, LeBron James said, "I'm putting my name in the dunk contest." And it never happened. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he got injured or whatever it was. He didn't do it. And we haven't had a superstar in the dunk contest ever since. Kobe Bryant did the dunk contest. Michael Jordan did the dunk contest. Dwight Howard turned it into a Superman fest. We need star power in the dunk contest. That will bring it back, man. That will bring it back. LaDon says stars won't compete. I think they're scared to lose in the dunk contest. That's exactly what it is. They want to lose to a G Leaguer. Mac McClung is in the G League. He plays for the Magic. This is terrible, man. Hey, I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to bring on Smooth. Brother Aaron Whitehurst II will be on the AC Sports Live show. Don't go too far. We will be right back after this message. Can Nation Boxing Gym in Santa Fe Springs, California offers training for pros, amateurs, and weekend warriors. Ran by current WBC boxer Brandon the Cannon Adams and pro trainer, the People's Coach, Coach Cam Manalo. They offer adult and kids training and classes for all ages. Cannon Nation Boxing is in the corner for anyone who wants to learn the sweet science of boxing as a career or personal goals. Go to cannonnationboxing.com for more info. All right, we back. So you guys all know that I've been chronicling my little boxing hobby. It's been maybe a year and a half now, maybe almost 2 years. But I had my 50th birthday party at the boxing gym. So that I'm 51 now, so that's a whole year. Before that, about 6 months. So almost 2 years now, I've been a member of Cannon Nation Boxing. And I ran into a Jackrabbit. I wore my Jackrabbit gear one day, and he said, "Hey, you went to Poly?" My mom went to Poly. And, Rod Hannibal's my uncle. I'm like, yo, I played with Rod Hannibal. I went to Poly. I was Rod's barber. I cut his hair, and I was, so we kind of connected instantly, but I didn't know he was training to be a professional boxer. I'm like, yo, I love boxing. I love supporting, man. Let me know. And he finally got his shot. I'm going to bring him on the show right now. Let's bring him on. There he is. A double Whitehurst II. Can you hear me? All right, I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me get you going. Make sure you got your microphone on. There we go. Say something.
Okay.
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can hear you now, man.
Yeah.
There he is. Hey, man. Appreciate the invite. I appreciate you representing last week. How does it feel to get your first win as a professional boxer?
It felt like a weight off my shoulders because the process to get to that fight was real lengthy. You know, me and Rock, who I know you had Rock on the show before, Brandon was trying to get us fights all of last year. It was like 4 different cards. There was one in June, one in July, one in October, and one in November. And they all just kept falling through. Every time someone said they was going to get us on, they didn't put us on. And so to finally have the date locked in and then to like come out and take care of business and execute, it felt really good.
Yeah, man. I mean, you represented, you got done. You got the guy out of there pretty quick in the second round. I actually have some footage. How were you? I mean, how was your feelings? Like, were you? How nervous could you be? I played football, man, so it's different than one-on-one boxing. Like getting in the ring, no headgear. This is for real. This is gonna count. Like, how nervous were you? And what did you feel going in and leading up to the fight?
I didn't really get too nervous, like leading up to the fight, honestly. People would be asking me, they were like, "Are you nervous yet? Has it hit you yet? Are you excited yet?" And I'd be like, "Nah, like I'm just really focused and relaxed." And I feel like I felt that way because, like I said, we kept being told we was gonna fight last year. So you basically spent the whole year preparing to fight. And so it felt like, man, like I'm putting in all this work for over a year now just for like the professional debut. So I felt comfortable, like I don't think anything could go wrong. And then like we in the locker room warming up. And as I'm getting wrapped up, I start to feel a little nervous. And then we start warming up. Like I start shadow boxing, we start hitting the mitts, and then it went away. So
That's good, man. Because I know just the waiting period. Like, how long were you an amateur, and when did you make the decision like it's time to go pro? I'm tired of this.
I was an amateur for, let's see, I've been boxing 4.5 years. I
Okay.
had my first amateur fight after a year. So it was like 2.5 years of really being an amateur because this whole last year, so I didn't have any amateur fights. But I was like an amateur for like a couple years, like 2-3 years ish. And actually, after one fight, Cam, who you mentioned in the Canada Nation boxing ad, Cam asked me one night after I was leaving the gym. She's like, "Aaron, you don't want to turn pro yet? Like you've been looking really good." And I was like, "It's whenever Brandon say I'm ready." To be honest, he's the one who's the world class fighter. Like he has that knowledge and that eye. And so he asked me how I felt about it one day because he was like, "I'm ready to turn you pro. If you're ready to turn pro," I was like, "Well, then we turn it pro." And so it was that simple. And I mean, it's a process. Like you have to get your medicals done. That requires blood work, a physical, eye exam, MRI, EKG, like just so the state athletic commission knows you're good to fight, like physically fit to fight. And then, like the business side of it, like networking, getting in with promoters, getting your opportunity in the door. So it's like, it's several steps to the process of like being physically ready, your team feeling like you're ready, and then actually getting the opportunity to be on that stage for sure.
Well, now you totally jumped in there and jumped on your opponent, and you got him out of there. You could have had him in the first round, but it seemed like you were getting your work in, and you did what you were supposed to do. Of course, you probably wanted a better opponent, but you take what you can take, especially as hard as it is to get a fight. Talk me through how you felt as you were taking care of business, pretty much handling your opponent with ease. But at what point did you say, "All right, I'm gonna get him up out of here"? I'm looking at the fight right now. I'm not sure if you can see it too, but I'm showing the fight. It's round 2, and you're doing your thing. You're handling pretty good.
I mean, the thing was, I was trying to like, and I mean, you've seen me spar in the gym. I'm naturally like a counter puncher, boxer first, but he wasn't giving me anything. So it was like kept trying to feint him and probe him, and kind of like draw him in to like opening himself up to me, but he wasn't opening himself up to me. So I was going to get him, and I was smothering my work a little bit, and which was allowing him to grab me because I really wanted to get him out of there in the first because I could tell after like a high low second he really want to be in there no more. And so in the second round, I was like, let me just get a better range And once like I found my range, he was at the end of my punches, and so at the end of the punches is where the punch is the strongest, and I feel like I could put together the right shots to get him up out of there.
Now you had a ton of Omega Psi Phi bros in the house. I mean, how did it feel
Yeah,
as far as your family, your supporters, your boxing gym, everybody being there? How did that feel?
it was humbling. It was humbling to say the least. My strength and conditioning coach, I saw him the Wednesday after the fight, this past Wednesday, and he was like, "I've never seen like a pro debut, like a local pro debut with that many people there." And so, my friends, my family, the bruhs, everybody coming, like it just made the moment more special. It really it humbled me to know that people want to support me in that way, because the tickets 75 at the door, and so 75 ain't nothing cheap to pay. So people taking their time, their money, their gas, price of everything and going up since Trump got in office. Everybody still came and supported
That's
me.
who
And so
y'all.
I was
That's y'all
like,
president. That's y'all president.
hey. And so with all of that, I was just humbled, and I was like, I gotta put on a show for everybody. Like when I came out and I heard how many people was cheering, I was like, oh yeah, I can't lose tonight. So
Oh man, that wasn't even the question. I was glad to be there. Me and my son, pulled up, and it's just something about watching your peoples fight, man. And then I told in the preview that I went to school with your mom and your uncle, and then finding out that you was getting in the ring, man, I had to be there. So speaking of being a Long Beach guy, a Q man of faith, where we come from, boxing is not common. At what point did you decide that this is going to be your sport?
I'll say that the first time I really thought about wanting to do it was 19. But like you said, I'm a man of Omega. And so I started pursuing the frat, and I was also running the Black Business Student Association at Cal State Long Beach at the time. And so like I was focused on the college thing and the student organizations I was involved in. But then COVID hit, and I was sitting on my dad's couch every day, and I was watching boxing. I was watching Errol Spence every day, and I was watching Terrence Crawford every day. And my dad was one of the few people who got sent back to work earlier than everybody else. He came back home from work one day, and he's like, "Aaron, like, do you want to box? Like, I come home every day. You sitting on this couch watching boxing. Like, you should try it." And so I walked to the backyard, and I kind of prayed about it to God. I was like, this is something like I'm hella interested in, and God, if this is something that you want from me, like show me a sign.
Hmm.
So I went to Hill Street Boxing, which is the first boxing gym I ever been to, because I did it for a month when I was 19 when I first thought about it, before I started pursuing the brush for real. So I went back to Hill Street, except now I'm 22, and I meet a guy named Tyrell Washington, who he's a professional welterweight himself. He's got like 6 or 7 fights right now. He was actually one of my sponsors for the fight. Shout out to Manpower. He kind of just was watching me work out, and he gave me some tips. He was like, well, you got some talent. Like, if you want to work out, like, I'll work out with you. And I just kept getting better, and I just took him taking an interest in me as that sign that God was like, you could do this if you want. And that led me to eventually being at Cannon with Brandon and Cam. And, I feel like it's working out pretty well,
When you told your moms don't know if they want their baby boy in there beating each other up, did your mom have something to say about it? I'm sure dad was like, let's do it. What did mom say?
Dad was for sure like, yeah, we sports. If you want to do it, like, do it. You know what I'm saying?
I know your dad was about it. What was mom's initial reaction?
Well, I mean, moms from y'all time at Poly, like, she an athlete first. And so she was just looking at me like, I ain't like these other mamas where I'm gonna be like, don't do it. All I'm gonna say is, if you gonna do it, like, don't be no punk. That's her.
She said, don't be
and that's
no
what she
punk.
say about everything. She say that about, like, she watching basketball. She watching the Lakers play. She feel like someone playing soft. She's like, you playing like a punk. Like, my mom's thing is like being a punk.
She was tough, man. She was a tough hooper. Like, she was tough. Like, she was a Hannibal. So, had to be, man. So at this point, with that out the way, as you look at the future and as you look at your drive, like, I saw you at the gym. Was it last night? We were at the gym together. And I was kind of like, you was getting ready to put in some more work, and it's just a constant thing. What is the drive at this point? What's your why?
Well, one, I just love boxing. Like, and I never thought, like, when I first came to the boxing gym at 22, like, God showed me a sign if this is for me. I never thought that boxing would make me so happy and bring me so much peace. So it's something like part of the why is just doing it because it brings real joy to my heart. And you know, one of the fruits of the spirit is like joy. The word says, and so I'm like, if it brings me the fruit of the spirit, I want to do it. And then the other thing is like, I want to use boxing to like help people still. Like as I get to a higher level and I'm able to make more money from boxing, like I want to open like a nonprofit, like a boxing based nonprofit to work with like juveniles with like discipline issues, help them learn like discipline, hard work, and work ethic through the sport. And then like maybe having a center where it's like boxing, but then also like you got classes where they can get like certifications, like trades, like because you know everybody ain't gonna be a college person,
Right.
but maybe they want, you know, plumbing or an electrician, like getting certifications like that, like just giving people life skills that boxing can give you, but then giving you life skills to where like if boxing isn't what you ultimately want to do, like you can support yourself and you can take the character things from boxing that, you know, and you take that into any arena. And then as far as just like the future and what I see for the future, one, I want to fight 4 or 5 more times, 4 or 5 times total this year. I want to be busy because last year I wasn't busy at all and it pissed me off. So this year I want 4 or 5.
How do you
And I
do
was
that though?
telling,
I'm watching you and Rock trying to get fights. You guys are hungry and ready, but it's not as easy as people think. Like we're seeing people that we know, box office names, can't get the fight bait, and we're trying to get you guys off the ground. How difficult is that, and how frustrating is that not being able to get a fight?
it's definitely frustrating because sometimes it's as simple as politics, like you not being in the favor of a promoter not really seeing much in you. Like I remember Terrell was trying to help me and Rock get a fight, and the promoter took one look at me. I mean, I'm a skinny dude, babyface guy. I'm not the first person you expect to be running around fighting people all the time. So he looked at me, and he looked at Terrell. And he like, can this dude fight for real? Like, you know. So it's like people have their opinions, you know, before they ever see your skill set. So it's like sometimes it's about like, you know, it's a real old adage, but it's about who you know, not just what you know or how skilled you are. Even for this fight, you know, we got the opponent late because the promoter told us like 3 or 4 people turned the fight down. And so it's like sometimes the promoter can put you on the card, but then people got to say yes. And, you know, Rock, that's my guy. He's been struggling with people saying no. But he got a yes now. He fighting Marche. Shout out
He
to my
fight,
guy,
he was
Marche.
so happy.
Los Angeles, California, Salesian High School, Aaron Watson. Check him out.
I say, hey man, if I'm here, I'm there. I think I'm gonna be out of town. My son is gonna be going to Delaware State, so we're probably gonna be in back east at that time, getting him situated. But if I'm here, I'm gonna be at Rock's fight, man. Definitely, most definitely. How does that work, man? 'Cause you just opened up a whole new can, saying that people look at you and think that you won't be marketable because you're too good looking or too small. Like, how can we change that? Your nickname is Smooth. Should we change your name something to something tougher, like, you know, Pitbull or something crazy that's gonna be like this cat don't let this smooth taste fool you. He's gonna put hands on you. Like, is that what happens? Like, I know as football player, they would say, oh, he light skinned. Oh, he a pretty boy. Oh, he can't play no ball until you smack him in the dirt and do something to him. They think, oh, he can play. At what point are you going to just let your hair be nasty, not shave, don't brush your teeth, and be that mean, rugged dude that they looking for from the streets, from the crunk gym, or from wherever you from? Like, how you going to make that happen? Like, how can you make this I wouldn't say pretty boy, but, you know, smooth demeanor that you have, how you going to make that work for you?
I mean, I think my biggest thing is just showing improving in the ring more than anything else. Because even the promoter for that card that we was on, I heard him screaming because he was sitting like ringside. He was like, you only got 4 rounds. You only got 4 rounds. Like, let your hands go. Yeah. And he said that maybe like 5 seconds before I like caught the dude with the shot that stopped the fight.
Yeah.
He ran in that ring so hyped up and happy. He fist bumping me like, good job, da-da-da. And so it's like, I think just showing improving in the ring. Because, I mean, one thing about me is like, I want to always be me, like authentically. Yeah. And so like, I'm going to be me. But I'm gonna just show up in the ring and handle my business so that people like, oh, well, he could fight. Like, he may not, you know, you may not think he gonna be that way, but he can fight.
Hey, man, ain't nothing more mano a mano than fighting and getting dudes out of there. I told Terrell his last fight, man, get that dude out of here, man. Quit trying to be a technician and get this dude out of here. That's how you get your name up. Knock dudes out. We'll worry about the looking smooth later. Like set him up, Marvin Hagler style, and then put him down, man. Hey. So you said you want to fight 4 more times this year. What's the end of your career look like? When do you know you've loved the sport, you respected the sport, you put your work in, you put your time in? What does the end of your career look like? I know you want to do things for the community afterwards. You want to have things set up for young kids to learn from your platform. But what does your career look like? How long do you want to do this?
I can see myself going to like mid to late 30s. Well, I'm 26 right now. I'll be 27 in April. So like 10 years, I can see myself doing this 10 years easy. Ideally, if it goes the way I think it should go, I was 2 division world champion at least, and I unify at least 1 division. Like those are my goals. That's what I would want to do in the sport for sure. I know for a fact that my coach Brandon, he said he could see me doing even more than that. So, and I mean, I serve a God who blesses us abundantly and beyond our own imagination. So whatever he has me do, like whatever he allows me to accomplish in this sport, like I'll take it with open hands, God's hand in his favor. Whatever he decides to do with me, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of my career, it looked like at least a 2 division world champion, at least a unified world champion. I want to fight in my hometown. I want to headline at Walter Pyramid in Long Beach State, considering I went to Long Beach State, so it'd be cool to headline at the college I went to. And then I looked it up, and Long Beach Convention Center holds like a decent amount. I want to headline a world championship fight at Long Beach Convention Center. I want to put world championship boxing in Long Beach.
That'd be so
not because one thing about us Long Beach guys, like we not from LA, like we're from Long Beach.
This Long Beach
is different. Like it'd be cool to fight at Staples Center or the Forum or whatever, but I would want to bring a world championship match to Long Beach specifically.
Well, you got a couple of Long Beach cats fighting yourself. Was it Ashton Silva out of Long Beach? He's fighting as well. I think it can happen, man. You guys are all on the same trajectory. Now you're fighting at what, 118, 120?
This first one was at 118, but I'm going to get down to 115 for real.
115, and then what's 2 divisions do you want to dominate? 115, 118? 122.
Yeah, 115, 118, 122. And really, like, I had a frame because I'm tall for 115. Mm-hmm. I'm really like the height of like most 126 pounders. So like, if my frame fills out enough, if I gain weight, the metabolism slow down, I gain the right amount of weight, 115, 118, 122, 126.
Now, when you turn 30, you gain 5 pounds, automatic. So now you're going to have to move up a couple weight classes when you turn 30 in a couple years, man. You have to fight some big boys. We're going to see, man. Hey, man, some of your people done shouted you out, man. Hustle Cash says smooth. Hustler Cash. All right, let's see. Braylon Whitehurst said, hi, Aaron, exclamation point. And,
that's my sister.
Yeah, she said, this is a hardworking man right here. Okay. Noah Gordon said, yes, sir. And he wants you to bark. He said, bark. Young Kobe from the gym says, smooth. I'm trying to be like you.
Oh, man, I'm trying to be like him, man. He playing with me, dog.
And Jimmy Mack, my brother, my teammate, says, set those goals. That is how you make things happen. Hey, that's a professional right there. Coach, father, pro football player, speaking truth. You set them goals, write them down, put it in your mirror, put it on your vision board. Them dreams become goals, become plans, become fruition, man. All right, man. I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. Anything else you want to say to your peoples?
For all the people supporting me, thank you. First and foremost, I want to shout out my sponsors for this past fight, clockedin.org, my boy Zay dropping the app, Radiance Infrared Sauna. It's opening in April in the Bixby Knoll Shopping Center. Teflon 7 for your clothing needs. You Are Love Charity. Manpower, Tyrell shouted him out earlier. And Mario Castillo at the gym. He'll take care of you at Honda and Whittier. All of them contributing to my camp and helping me out. Shout out to Bruh. Shout out to Omega Psi Phi for supporting me. Not just in that fight, but in life. Men of Omega have really helped me, like, form to the man I am today. And I give all glory to God in everything I do, bro. So my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, through Him all blessings flow, and so I want to shout out Him, not first, but most highly.
Most highly, man. Well, praise Yeshua. On that note, bro, Aaron Watson said he know who got the best jab, man.
Thank you, Rock. Thank you for the shout out and letting the people know I got the
Who
best
got the
jab.
best jab? Is it Rock?
Thank you for No, never that.
Rock or Smooth? We're gonna have a jab contest. My student Papo in here says, "Show my Eagle push-ups." All right, nah, bro. I got kids. I got kids doing push-ups, man. From the Eagles win last week. I'll show your push-ups possibly if we got time, man. Leonidas Taylor said, "My dog, great man, amazing friend." And Mac said, "Have a great career, young brother. I'll try to make the next fight." He's a brand new alpha. He just crossed as an honorary old school alpha cross after you finish college. OG Jimmy Mack from Alpha Phi Alpha.
Well, you know what? It was wrong. The gold was the right color. The black was the wrong one. But welcome to Greek life, all the same. You are loved and appreciated around here, man.
But they say 06. What y'all say? What do y'all say?
Oh man, it's rude to the good bros over here, man. Rude to the good bros.
I'm gonna play Atomic Dog and make you do your dance. Braylon said, "Thanks to your beautiful sister and mom."
Oh right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. My mom said make sure to say that. You know how Kim is. Shout out to my mother.
You better
shout out to my mother.
You don't, she gonna punch you in the liver shot. Liver shot.
Fact. Shout out to my mother, my beautiful mother, who gave birth to me. Her and my dad, the sacrifices they made to give us a better life than they had growing up, and to just get us to this point to give us the character that we have as their children.
As you should, man. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you at the gym, partner. D up.
All right, I'll see you at the gym soon.
Man. Yes, sir. All right, man. That is a double. And the future is bright for young man. Head on straight, good support system, man of faith. Got the Q Bros behind him. Got the city of Long Beach behind him. Cannon Nation Boxer behind him, and all his sponsors that showed on his t-shirt I'm wearing right now. All his sponsors. Team Smooth. Shout out to all the sponsors and everybody that showed up. Teflon 7. Clocked in. Radiance. Mini Power. All right, man. Let's see what I got. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll come right back after this message from ONCDL Training. If I can find it. I'm a little bit. I had to get this thing going.
Are you ready to take control of your future? All in CDO Training is more than just a driving school. We're your partner in achieving financial independence. Overcoming test anxiety? Struggling with self-doubt? We're here to help. Our expert instructors provide personalized support to guide you through the entire process. With flexible hours and online courses, we'll get you behind the wheel in as little as 3 months. It's time to turn your passion into a rewarding career. All in CDO Training, the future of commercial driving.
I'll be back. Do I have these Eagle push-ups handy? Because my student really wants to embarrass himself by showing. Let's see if I can get this sent to my phone, to my laptop, and before the show is over. All right, back to my regularly scheduled programming. I think we might have action balls. Let's see. So what happened is, all my students rag on me about being an Eagles fan. So, you know me, I got $2 bets across the board. And I said sandwiches, we betting sandwiches. And then when the Eagles start blowing out the Chiefs, I felt bad. Because I have all these kids who are going to be, I want me a sandwich. So I said, I can't make them.
I would like for you, in exchange.
I can't make them buy me a sandwich, man. This is one of my football players, man. This is Papo, man. He's star defensive lineman, linebacker, running back, fullback, everything, man. He owes me some Eagles push-ups.
Doing Eagle push-ups to the champions.
Them birds.
Hit him.
E-N-G-L-E.
Get it. Get it.
Eagles.
Yeah. Who you gonna go for?
Mahomes, he's nowhere close to being Tom Brady.
Yeah. Give me my push-ups, man. Don't you ever doubt Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts with his black queen. Patrick Mahomes is bunny hopping, says Dr. Umar. We're going with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts for my football team. Can we give Jalen Hurts his clutch name tag already? He's not being given the credit that he deserves, man. They're saying the team was loaded. They're saying it was Saquon Barkley. Absolutely, Saquon Barkley put us over the top. But what Jalen Hurts brings to the table, he's also a Q. This is a Q night. Sorry, Mac. Jalen Hurts is an alpha amongst alphas, to lead a den of alpha males in which the Eagles are comprised of. Guys with extreme amounts of testosterone. Those types of dudes smell weakness. Those types of dudes don't follow dudes who are not natural leaders. Part of being a winner and being a captain is being able to lead without a bunch of rah-rah and fanfare. You can say a few words here and there, but you should lead by example. I have Jalen Hurts already ahead of Donovan McNabb, probably the most celebrated Eagles quarterback in this generation. Ronald Cunningham is still probably the fan favorite because he just did things we didn't see before. But you look at the accomplishments, McNabb surpassed Ronald Cunningham. And for me, even though it's still very early, in a short amount of time, Jalen Hurts has jumped up to Randall Cunningham levels as far as the lore and career trajectory. The squad is loaded, but he found a way to lead that loaded squad to the promised land. Nobody gave him a chance. Nobody thought he can do it. Even Nick Saban said he throws the ball good enough. I think he's way more accurate than people give him credit for. The only problem with Jalen Hurts is he holds the ball too long. And I just think that's because he's trying to make a throw. He's trying to make a play with his arm. So he's him. He's not satisfied. As you can see, he's still not all giddy and happy. I think this team is primed for a run at what the Chiefs just accomplished, and that's a chance at three-peat. So Jalen Hurts, you, my friend, are one of the all-time greatest quarterbacks in Eagles football history already. Let's see. I got Happy Boy in here. Be nice to see him bring one to the convention center. Talking about my man Aaron Whitehurst. He wants to bring one to the Long Beach Convention Center and the Pyramid. So let's see if he gets it done. Papo said that's a handsome young man. I hope that's your mom talking. Dr. Frazier's in here. I like it. Jalen brought it home. And that's what if you just don't have to mess it up and you perform twice on the biggest stage, come on, man. It's not a fluke. How many times you gonna say alpha? Hey, you gotta appreciate that. Alpha? Alpha male? Alpha psi? Alpha phi? Alpha? Guerrero said, what about Jimmy Guerrero? I say he's a great young man. Jimmy G in here. Jimmy and I share the same CTE symptoms. I can't remember anything. Can you remember a phone number? Negative. When I sneeze, I see a white light. Yeah, that's a punch-drunk boxer. McNabb was a bum. McNabb had us in the NFC Championship game almost every season. McNabb had a great run. McNabb let us down in the Super Bowl. He punked out, and Owens called him out on it. So he loses all credibility. Is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know. After the allegations of all them getting fired from Fox, I don't know. He might be waiting for a minute. And a cool minute at that. I wouldn't call him a bum. He was a guy for a long time. But clutch, Jalen is clutch. Same energy. Remember this type of story with Deshaun Watson was getting in trouble with the freaky deaky during the pandemic, and Jimmy and I talked about if you're going to be freaky deaky on paper and have it all in a contract. Well, guess what? Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has more allegations coming against him. Same case. Exact same case. Freaky sneaky massage therapy. Young women coming back saying they were assaulted, inappropriate misconduct at these high-end spas. He's a serial offender. Now his 16 therapists coming saying that Justin Tucker is freaky sneaky like Deshaun Watson. And yet we have not heard much about it at all. Matter of fact, is he even going to get suspended? It looks like this is just going to go away. And this is talking about almost for the last 10 years of his career. All incidents reportedly occurred during the sessions from 2012 to 2016, which were Tucker's first 5 seasons in the NFL. Why now? Again, we're living in a distraction-filled generation. As much enjoyment as Kendrick Lamar has brought us, who enjoyed his performance, it has now taken the world by storm. K-Dot has shaken up the world with his message-filled invoked halftime performance. Say what you want. This thing has rocked the world, and it's crazy the number of people from different walks of life. I mean, there's doing the two-step. I'm tripping, I'm slipping, I'm riding, I'm what? That they not like us two-step is going crazy right now. I have this little baby that I like to watch. This little baby right here. This little baby right here makes me smile every time I see him. Get it, man. Get it, man. Hey, the babies know. That's it. Stop what I'm doing. Get it in. That's my dog. That's my little dude, man. You can't teach that, man. What they own. So it even hit my people, my natives.
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the flow.
The distractions, man.
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
Okay, so it's cute. It's fun. It's
hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like
and y'all know I'm Native American, right? So these are my peoples. But we cannot forget the messaging and what's happening. What's happening in this country? What are we doing? It's funny, but it's not funny. What was their performance about? The game that's being played in this country The game that's being played in our faces. You gonna play along, or you gonna say, "Hey, hold up, that's not right. Hey, hold up, what's going on? Hey, I see what's happening right now. What are we doing?" I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. What is going on right now? That's what it's about. Not necessarily doing the two-step. Everything you do with the two-step, while we dancing and shaking and grooving, planes are falling out of the air. People are losing their jobs. This country has been being fleeced. People are being fired. As a federal employee myself, as a teacher, am I safe? Are they going to shut down my school because it's not a private school? Are the federal funds going to stop next week for all of us government, federal employees, so to speak? That's what the message was about. Not necessarily doing a two-step. What's going on? What they own? Pop said he called out your concussions. I know I've had mine. Jimmy G should not have as many concussions as I have. I've played a lot more ball. I've hit a lot bigger people. I know I got mine. Happy Boy said Cowboys will win the division next year. All right, you and Dak Prescott can go have a few seats. Everybody's saying how close the Cowboys are to the Eagles. Did you just see us blow some playoff teams out? Like, we scored 50 on the Commanders, 40 on this number 2 defense, the Chiefs. Bro, we are worlds apart. Cowboys got some serious work to do. Their offseason needs to look like ours did last season. The Cowboys got some work to do, man. Jimmy G said, all right, it's all right. Long Beach State still wanted me. Long Beach State doesn't even have football. Yeah, they want you. They want you to come be a CTE patient so they can study your brain. That's what that is. Max said, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. The baby ended, Drake. The baby. The baby had his, what they own. He was getting it in. He ain't got no hair. His hair is peasy. All right, my tender love report, man. I've already shown LeBron James reneging on being in the dunk contest. I hope I have this video. If I don't, I owe it to you. If you guys haven't seen the Karl Anthony Towns oh my God video, it's gonna be on the Nintendo Love Report at some point. But this dude right here says, oh my God, every time he shoots the ball. And I don't think I have it loaded up, but he makes the Tender Love Report and we'll keep that on deck. It never gets old. Before I go into Unk season and get out of here, Coach Cobb's Corner, Sports Dad Utopia. All right, you're probably wondering, what does that mean? For all of us dads out here, making sure our sons and our daughters get to their practices and getting them to their travel ball. I went downstairs the other day, and my son's preparing to, go to Delaware State and play for Deshaun Jackson and all that stuff. And, you still got to stay in shape. You got to be ready. I go downstairs. He has a training with Coach Greg and Impact Sales. Shout out to Impact Sales, one of my other sponsors. Get yourself right with this fountain of youth for your joints and overall well-being as an athlete. I go to knock on his door, and his door was open. So I look in, he's not there. I go to his bathroom, and he's not there. I go downstairs. He took his sister's car and drove himself to the workout. And he's done it every day since he's been back. And I think to myself, I did it. It has happened. the work that is needed for him to be successful in the sport of his choice, he must get himself to the practice. He must put the work in by himself. He must be consistent. He must be on time. And if you're on time, you're late, so be early. I just sat down and smiled. Had myself a bowl of cereal. Checked Instagram and saw his coach posted. He's in the gym getting it in. That is the moment as a sports dad from when they're little. You're taking them to baseball, to track, to basketball, to clinics, to workshops, to workouts, to trainings, to deep tissue therapy. Everything you do as a parent of an athlete. I finally can wash my hands and say I did it. That the life lessons of being accountable, being a hard worker, being a person who says what they're going to do and do it, all that stuff is instilled in him. So I'm proud. If he goes pro or anything like that, that's all gravy. That's extra. That's on top of everything else. I'm proud that he has a work ethic and he wants something and he's going to go get it. That's sports dad utopia in my book, man. All right, man. So as I get out of here, one Unk season in particular, he's a regular, and he's singing Cisco, and I'm sure he's drank his share of Cisco. Liquid Death. Give it up for Unk. Uncle Night Train, aka Boone's Farm Strawberry, aka Mad Dog 22.
For being the man that I am, I just can't lose my cool. My friends keep telling me
you can smell it
about the thing that's going on.
I can smell the alcohol in the video.
But deep in my heart, baby, I hope that it's wrong. Yes, I hope that it's wrong, but I know it, babe. Somebody sleeping in my bed, my bed, my bed. I give you the world.
Yes, I did.
'Cause you were my girl.
Oh, yes, I
but
did.
You still ran out on me.
Sing it, brother.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they paid him.
You've been sleeping in my bed,
Messing
with my head.
And he starts drooling. Oh man, that dude sang that song. I don't care what nobody says. That dude can blow. He ain't got no teeth. You know somebody can blow if they ain't got no teeth, man. He ain't got no teeth. Unk can sing his butt off. He don't need no sing. He don't need no teeth, man. Unk is on full. He was lit. Jimmy G said, "Nah, Cubs, I'm done playing football. No more." All right, man. Well, Long Beach State, they got themselves a good one, man. Jimmy G's a good kid, so is Papo, man. Good kids. Hey, you gonna go check that video up, Leonidas. You gonna check it out. Once again, this show is brought to us by Impact Cell. Get yourself some at impactcell.com. Let's see, do I have some Impact Cell products look like these? Impact Silica, Impact Cell, Impact Joint Formula, reproducing oxygenation and equilibrium to the cells. I take it, my son takes it. And if you act now, type in live25, you get a 15% discount on the promo code live25 at impactcell.com. If you're all banged up like me and Jimmy G, get yourself some, man. A few drops in your drink is all it takes. Also, a reminder, the Don Norfolk dedication celebration at the end of this month, the first of this month. The end of the month, the meet and greet. The return of the Hutch. If you're from Long Beach, you know what the Hutch is. The Hutch is the spot It is now at the Long Beach Unified Bar and Lounge, 2222 East Anaheim in the LBC. Friday at 7 p.m., man. Be there. The next day is the actual ceremony where we name the track after my track coach, my football skills coach, Papa Don Norford and Carol Norford, the family that raised us all in the LBC. 11 a.m. is the daytime program, free event, and the nighttime, you need a ticket for that. Buy your tickets now. They're going fast. We still have a few discounted tickets left. If you want more info, you can buy your tickets in person. If you're an in-person type of person that doesn't like all that online stuff, you can go buy your tickets at Mimi's Braid Boutique or VIP Records. 2 spots that you're very familiar with. Do that. Don't wait for that. Let's see what else. All in CDL training. Get your CDL license in less than 3 months. Sounds like a plan to me. And it is Black History Month. I want to encourage you guys to read up. Knowledge is endless. Knowledge is healthy. Ignorance is not bliss. Knowing the truth about things will only enlighten you, will only help you. Being oblivious, being a brick in the wall is not what you want. You want to be someone who knows what's happening, how did things come to be, who invented this, who created this, who is the mastermind behind this. So I encourage you to give yourself some homework assignments. Look some things up, man. Jimmy G said he's Mr. Cobb's best student. I beg to differ. Catch my freestyles and Cobb, stop playing. Your freestyles are trash, Jimmy G. Papo, they don't want to see us freestyle together. Oh, no. That would be one of the most incomprehensible, illiterate. Nope, can't do it. My intelligence will not allow me to do so. All right, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy. Until next time, peace and blessings. Call your mama. Tell her you love her. Valentine's Day was last week. You can get back with your girlfriends now. You don't have to buy her nothing. Valentine's Day is past. You jive turkeys. All right, man. I'll see y'all next time. Peace and love.